So let's say I'm building another base in Palworld. In this case, it's going to be an ore base. I'm around a lot of ore, and this is not going to be my main base. It's just going to be a base to farm ore. So the next step would be, after obviously finding a nice spot, would be to build the PAL box to actually make the base. So the question is, where do you put the PAL box? Well, generally, you kind of just want to see, okay, well, there's some more here, some more here. Maybe I could place it around here and it'll be in the center. Well, one trick that helped me a lot, because when building bases, perimeters actually matter, the perimeter of the base itself, is to look for the blue line that this PAL box creates before you even build it. So you can just place it here. You see, I haven't built it yet. You have to press F to build it, right? 10 workload or whatever the case is. If you run around, you'll see a very faint line around the perimeter of the base. So you can see that this base extends out to here, and it's actually missing a piece of ore. And if I run over to the other side, I can see that the perimeter has a little bit of wiggle room to move towards that direction to actually get that ore. So before I even build this, I can just dismantle it. I can cancel it actually. And move it over a little bit more to the south. When you're building it, you can actually, this is something I just realized as I was recording this video actually, which is interesting. You don't have to place this box and then look for the perimeter. If you're looking forward, you can see the faint line move. So I can see that, okay, well, before I was about here and that piece of ore was out of bounds. So if I move it here, it should be good. And then going backwards, you can also see that most of this other ore is good too. So here should be a good spot to build a PAL box. And let's build it. And then if you have a flying mount, it would be even quicker to take a little scope of the actual perimeter of the base, and you can see that basically all of this ore that I wanted is now in it. So perimeters matter, and looking for that faint blue line or gray line, whatever the case is, depending on when you build it, would be very, very helpful when building a new base. This next tip is quick, but pretty useful in my opinion, especially when you're first starting Palworld and capturing new pals, is how do I tell if I have captured a pal or not? Well, you could go the regular way and go into the PAL deck and check your encounters versus registered. Encounters means you've seen it in the world, and registered means you've actually caught it. But another quick way is to, instead of throwing a PAL sphere, holding down the button, and it'll actually tell you in the next to the crosshairs on the top right corner whether it's captured or not. It'll either say new or captured, and that'll tell you exactly whether it's a brand new pal or someone that you already have. Did you know that there was PAL storage in Palworld? Well, there is. It's called the viewing cage, and it's unlockable at level 15 at a cost of 10 palladium fragments, 10 wood, and 20 stone. And at first glance, it just looks like an empty cage where you just stare at your pals, but it's actually very useful because it has 40 slots for keeping pals in. So if you're running low on space for whatever reason, maybe you're just catching a lot of pals and you want to keep them, you could build one of these or more than one and keep up to 40 pals in the viewing cage as additional storage. This last tip might be a little controversial, but I guess it depends on who you're asking and how you play the game. But I'm pretty sure it's not cheating because no one has been banned over this, and I don't think it's been nerfed. But you can vendor nails for gold. So, as you see here, 325 nails sells for 52,000 gold, which is a lot more than any of these other items. by a lot. So you could sell nails, you can craft nails and then sell them and then use that to buy things like ammo or other items, especially some other items which are kind of tedious to farm, like high quality pal oil, which you can get from a vendor right over here for 300 gold. So you farm a few nails and you can get a high quality pal oil, which is probably easier than going out into the world and killing a bunch of blue mobs. And you can also use gold to buy other things from other vendors around the world, like milk, eggs, berries, wool, leather, and of course, ammo and organs. So, I don't know if this is considered cheating or exploiting or whatever the case is, but as of early access, this is how the game's designed. Nails sell for a lot, and they've been very useful in terms of getting gold and just using that gold to buy things instead of farming it. So, up to you whether you want to use it. Thanks for watching the video, and if it helped you and or you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. Be well and enjoy life, everyone.